Thank you very much. Thank you, darling.
Yeah.
Thank you, President and Mrs. Obama. Thank you for your kindness and your consideration today. And it was really gracious of you to invite us back to the White House to hang a few family pictures. And I'm sure you know nothing makes a house a home like having portraits of its former occupants staring down at you from the walls. This is not the first time I've had the opportunity to confront an artistic likeness of myself. A few years ago, just after the 2008 election, a friend sent me something he'd found in the gift shop of the National Constitutional Center in Philadelphia. It was a Laura Bush bobblehead doll. He said he found it on the clearance shelf. But I'm flattered and grateful to know that this particular work has a permanent home, and thanks to the masterful talent of John Howard Sandon, I like it a whole lot better than I do that bobblehead doll. Thank you very much, John Howard Sandon. You're terrific to work with, and thanks to Elizabeth and your family who've joined you today. Thank you very, very much, John. And of course, it's meaningful to me as a private person to know that these portraits will be on view at the White House, that my portrait will hang just down the hall from my mother-in-law, and that George's portrait will hang very close to his dad's. But what's more meaningful is it's meaningful to me as a citizen. This was our family's home for 8 years. It was our home, but it wasn't our house. This house belongs to the people whose portraits will never hang here, the ordinary and not so ordinary people whose lives inspired us and whose expectations guided us during the years that we lived here. In this room are many of the people who stood by us as we faced the tragedy of September 11th and who worked with us in the years after. Thanks to each and every one of you for your service to our country. I hope others will see in this portrait what I see, a woman who was honored and humbled to live in the White House during a period of great challenge, and who'll never forget the countless American faces who make up the true portrait of that time. Thank you all very much. Thanks so much. And thank you, Michelle, if you want to come up.
Watching former President George W. Bush and the former First Lady Laura Bush, the unveiling, official unveiling of their portraits at the White House. We'll be right back. Looking at live pictures, they're still in the East Room of the White House. Former President George W. Bush and former First Lady Laura Bush there for the official unveiling of the portraits that will hang in the White House. There are 14 Bush family members who are back at the White House joining the Obama family there for the festivities and the celebration.